Hey everyone, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are taking a closer look at an exciting new light by Godox. This is the ML100Bi. So I have with me a brand new light from Godox. It is the ML100Bi. Now this is a second release by Godox from this new series of lights. So they have previously released the ML60 Mark II Bi, and the updated version of this and the stronger and more powerful light that this is here, this is the ML100Bi. So it's a 100 watt-hour variant of the light, and it is also bicolor. And why this is exciting is because you can see just from the design at the front here, the light itself is super compact, it's really small. The output is 100 watts and it's impressive how they've managed to shrink down this light. So let's take a closer look and unbox this light right here. So opening up the box, the first thing we see is a user guide, and we have the light unit itself. And there we go. So as mentioned, this is a 100 watt LED light. It's also bicolor. It's a COB LED light, and you can see how compact that really is, and that's my hand there just behind it. So really a compact light overall. The light itself has a Godox mount, so you'll see that. Now included is a lens reflector. This here is called the ML100. There we go. And you can see it's actually a Fresnel lens for the light. And you can see it doesn't add too much extra additional size to the light once that's mounted. It really is, you know, a great little lighting accessory that they've included straight out of the package. You have the power cables and also the tilt bracket. So you have the light, the Fresnel lens, you've got the AC adapter and the tilt bracket. So the ML100Bi is part of that new series or the updated versions of the ML range by Godox. So they previously released the ML60 Mark II Bi. If you want to take a closer look at that video that we've unboxed and reviewed that light, click the link up above. And you can see the design aesthetic remains the same. They have the white casing for the light. It's somewhat of a playful design. It kind of removes the professional kind of vibe to what, you know, continuous lighting is and lighting in general. And I think that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to be aimed at content creators or people who, you know, want to create photos and videos, kind of not necessarily a professional, perhaps it's just catered to the everyday content creator. Now the light itself is really compact in design. It has two fans at the back here, two fan vents, as well as the COB chip at the front here. And to release that Godox mount, all you need to do is just press down on this red button, twist and remove. And there we have the COB chip at the front of the light. Now the good thing about this design is that there's a glass protector on the front of the COB chip, which is a nice touch because that protects the, you know, the LED element there from being damaged or perhaps, you know, accidentally bumped. And the overall aesthetic is also pretty consistent. So you can see they've made a red button here to make it obvious that that's where the release latch is. And they've also actually colored in the heatsink on the front here. So this part that protrudes out from the side of the casing there, it's actually a heatsink. And previously, you know, they were made from usually a stainless steel or a silver metal piece there, and you can see they've actually maintained it to be a white design. So that's interesting that they've done that. They have the Godox branding on the side, and on the other side here you have a plug or a USB Type-C charge port, as well as the DC 20 volt, which is for the provided adapter here. Now there's several ways you can actually power and use this light. Firstly is with the AC adapter. You can also power this with USB Type-C, and you can also power this with a power bank, and Godox have this listed on their site. They even have an accessory that you can use with this light that has a power bank holder. So if this was a run and gun setup and you wanted to use this with, you know, a portable battery, you can do so via USB Type-C. And you have a dial at the top here that allows you to just sort of scroll through the different settings. You have a couple of buttons, the on-off switch, as well as the mode toggle, and Bluetooth, as well as the LCD screen. Now, the way to control this light is just via the controls on board, but you also have access to Godox's Light app, which you can download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And that allows you to control this light as well as, you know, many lights if you have multiple lights in your configuration. And that's really good because it allows you to control everything wirelessly. So if you have this propped up on a boom and you don't have access to it, or you don't want to touch the dials, you can do so via the app and use the dials there in the scroller to control it. At the bottom here, you have a 1/4" mounting plate, as well as some more vents here for cooling, and you have cooling vents at the top too. So overall, it's a really interesting design by Godox. There aren't too many with this form factor. There's only one other light that I can think of in a similar sort of spec that has a similar form factor, which is the Zhiyun X100 light. And I guess it's really sort of competing directly with that sort of portable lights with still strong output, perfect to be used in, a lot of video situations, a lot of photo situations. And the fact that it's bicolor makes it an interesting touch. Now the Fresnel lens that's included here, there's a few different Fresnel lenses that you can actually get for this light, but the one that's included is the ML100. And you can see that just attaches directly on there, similar to any other Bowens mount accessory or Godox mount accessory. It just simply clicks in place, twists to lock, and that's it. It's a Fresnel mount that will sort of amplify or spot the light a bit more rather than giving a wide throw. So we can test how that looks shortly. There's a bunch of different accessories included with the Godox mount, or that support the Godox mount, I should say. And supporting the Godox mount, you have the AD-S65W, or big softbox. You have one that's an 85 centimeter. You also have a few reflectors that support this. But Godox have a Godox mount to Bowens adapter. So if you have a bunch of different Bowens modifiers, or you're wanting to use some Bowens modifiers, there's an adapter that's available that will be supported with this light and a few other Godox lights that have the Godox mount. Let's jump in and take a closer look at the controls. So I have the ML100Bi hooked up now. Let's power this light on. Okay, there we go. So just turn that on. You can see the screen's now powered, and I'm cycling through the output here from 0 to 100% using the dial on the right side here. And you can change the modes over, so that goes into FX modes. You can control the intensity of that mode, just like that. You can turn it off as well by pressing the on-off button. And you can press down on this dial, and that acts as a button to cycle through all the different lighting effects as well. So you have a total of 11 lighting effects there. And what's cool is when you jump into, say, a lighting effect that works better with a tungsten light, such as fireplace, it changes over to the warm color temp as well. Jumping back into the CCT mode, when you press down on the dial, you can cycle through the different color temperature available via 100K increments, and you can go from the 2800 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin there. And jumping back just to the output. Overall, the light's really powerful. You can see behind me here, even on tungsten, that's at 100% now. It really is providing quite a lot of output for such a small light source. The fans are now going as well. They're also not very loud whatsoever in terms of them cooling down the unit, and you can see this is on 100% here. They have two smaller fans just at the back here. Now, going through some of the specs of the ML100Bi, firstly, it has a CRI rating of 97 and a TLCI rating of 98, which are impressive color metrics for a light like this. It has an output rating of 34,300 lux at 1 meter, so really quite a lot of output there. Also more if you have a reflector attached, so if you really want to spot this or concentrate the light a lot more, you can use perhaps the Fresnel mount as well as an optional reflector. You have the potential to power this via different methods, including the provided DC power, and that is 14.8 volts, as well as the USB Type-C. So if you have a power bank that has power delivery, you can operate this light via that power bank. And Godox also have a power bank accessory called the PH01 that you can purchase optionally, so you can mount the power bank along with the light itself. There are a wide range of accessories that are available for the ML100Bi, and that includes a bunch of different modifiers that have the Godox mount. Some of them are brand new to the range. There includes a lantern softbox, a smaller compact softbox. You have some reflectors. You also have the compatibility with the Godox LED projection attachment called the BLP. And that's great if you want to, use gobos and use spots and gels. That's an amazing attachment. It really, opens up the world to a bunch of different ways you can utilize this light. You also have the handheld adapter, and that adapter there allows you to operate this light via V-Lock batteries, and that is called the AKB02. And lastly, you have this light available in multiple kits. There's one that's called Kit 1 and Kit 2 that have a few different accessories which will show up on screen. So the Godox ML100Bi really is an impressive addition to Godox's continuous lighting range. You have the previous ML60 Mark II Bi. You have a lot of large COB lights, such as the popular SL60. You've got, the complete SL100 range. You have the Pro range from Godox's no-LED LED lights, such as the M300Bi. Really, what they've done here is they've shrunk it down, almost made it a compact LED size. So, you've got those small run and gun lights like the Amaran AL-MX or the Godox M1. And look at this light. It's really just a compact light, such a small form factor, but it has 100 watts of output, and it's also bicolor, which is such an impressive setup. So what I'm seeing is this big trend and this big shift towards portable lights, compact lights that you're able to just sort of pack away really easily with your entire camera setup, ones that you can pair up. You can buy 2 or 3 of these lights and that'll be a complete lighting setup for a studio or a quick setup. You have the ability to plug this in, so make it a studio light. Then you also have the ability to, run and gun use this light with powering options with the USB Type-C and V-Lock batteries. So really it's just a game changer in terms of continuous lights. And it's good to see this big step in this direction, shrinking down the lights, making them a bit more powerful. Hopefully this cooling system really stands up to this output, because if you have this running at full output here at 100 watts, you'd want this to stay cool or remain cool and not overheat, especially because it is quite a small unit. So that was our quick unboxing and review of the Godox ML100Bi. For more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release, leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comment section below your thoughts, or if you have any questions about the Godox ML100Bi, follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.